relieve anxiety over what the house is going to look like. And what Buechel did a really good job creating things that look realistic for one thing. Don't look patternized. And the colors are really realistic too. And lots of choices. Just realize that just because something is the way it is doesn't mean that it can't be different. There's a lot of ways of looking at things. In some ways, when your back is up against the wall, that's when you really are forced to be creative. I grew up in the military because my dad went into the service when he was 18. That was kind of fun and different, but then we moved every couple of years, so it really gave me a different kind of confidence. I started out studying in college occupational therapy, and then my brother studied architecture. And partway through I switched to architecture. My brother he had a summer job in which he would take messages and things out to the shop. And when he graduated from school and he was going to work full time, he said, "Why don't you take that job?" So I went in there to apply, and my brother had friends in the engineering department, and they told him that when they came in to talk about who was going to take that position, they would never give it to a young lady because she'd have to walk out in the shop with all those guys. So I did not get that job. Then when I was in school, it was kind of came full circle, because then when I was a senior, they had a design contest, and I took second place in that design contest, and the owner was the keynote speaker. And afterward he came up to me and said, "Have you gotten a job anywhere?" And I said, "Well, I applied, but they didn't have any openings." And he said, "Come there on Monday morning, I have a job for you if you want it." So what happened then is the owner came down and said to the head of engineering, "I have someone starting today." Head of engineering said, "I don't know where she's going to sit." And the owner looked at my brother's friend and said, "She's going to sit right there." I worked lumber for 7 years, which was in their engineering and truss department, commercial sales division. So I learned all about framing roofs. And I also was assistant manager in their truss shop, so I started their wall panelization division, which was building wall panels in the shop and putting them on a truck. And very interesting experience, because in my beginning, I was the only female of 17 to 25 engineers. Then I had the fortune of working for a small architectural firm in which the principal architect was gone a lot, so I was doing a lot of different kinds of things, and I finally realized I could probably have my own office. And then I went back a couple years ago, because during the recession I actually did training on my software for their dealers all over the country. And I'm actually a national trainer for the National Association of Home Builders too. And so what it was periods of time. I kept this business going, but then I would go there for 2 days a week for intervals, 6-week intervals, because they had their dealers coming in. And got me really proficient. If you want to be proficient at something, teach it, right? You set up systems to do things that are efficient and plan. And it's all part of, what makes architecture kind of a good niche too, because people want to get the most bang for their buck, and you want to take advantage of all the best. I'm a creative problem solver, and I'm very good at time management. I coached soccer for 11 years, youth soccer. I was a Rotarian. Our family hosted 4 exchange students, in addition to our own kids. I was working with our church youth group, and about 4 years ago I created what I call E2F pans, which is empty to full pans. That's what I got the Community Quarterback Award from the Green Bay Packers for. I think I'm on a quest to not be the predictable old person.